Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's InsideAgameR. Welcome back to On Air Airline Manager and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And here we are with Inside Airlines. Now, a few things have changed since the last episode. We just did our test in the twin engine, which was a part of my next expansion. Now, I did do an episode, but unfortunately yesterday, On Air had some huge server issues. They were crashing, they were going down. I was halfway through a flight that I was recording, and the servers went down. And I think by some of the comments on previous videos, I think it has been happening a lot. Now, there was a huge update this morning. It does say that there are new servers, everything is back online, so fingers crossed for this recording. But I'm going to show you what I went through, because some things have changed. Now, what I have done is create a new FBO. Now, since we got our second cert now on a bigger plane, I've started our expansion. We've gone out to TLPC, which is George F. Charles, which is actually out in St. Lucia. So out there in the islands, I want to do some island hopping around Barbados and stuff, hence why we've got the bigger aircraft, so we can move some passengers around hopefully and do some passenger flights. That's what I want to do next. So in this FBO, which is not ready, it's going to take a couple of days, but basically I have set up a fuel for jets as well as the planes, some cargo, sleeping quarters, etc. We will need to put in a mechanic zone into there at some point as well. Now, in Donegal, I have put in the mechanic zone, but we're waiting for that to be built up, so that's going to take a couple of days. So if any of you do want to land and want to fix your aircraft in Donegal, you will be able to for jets as well. Turboprops and the single engines. Okay, so they're the kind of few changes. On our live operations map, we do have a few things. Now, currently this guy is asleep in EGAC. Our second FBO, which is in EGOY. Now he can go do some work, sorry, but unfortunately there's no jobs available really for this aircraft at the moment. Nothing worth doing. They're only worth like 600 or 700, so she might as well just hang on. And we have our other fella here, he was on his way back from Europe, but he's having a sleep too. So what we're doing today, we are taking a flight from Belfast over to EGOY. That is where we're going. Very short flight, so what I will be doing, I'll do the takeoff procedures with you as soon as we get to kind of our cruising around 3,000 feet, because we're still in the 152. This will probably be our last flight in the 152, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to transport our man over to St. Lucia. Here we go. This is where our new one's going to be. So I was thinking, look, we can do a lot of island hopping across here in some streams and stuff, so I thought that'd be pretty cool. Go to Trinidad. You know, we can even go into like Venezuela, Mexico. I'm going to venture out into the States a little bit, because when I play these flight games, I never do the States. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of that as well. But first of all, we're going to build up a couple of FBOs around this area. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, etc, etc. So that is the plan for the first part of our expansion of the company. So yeah, everything is looking quite good, to be honest with you. If we go into our aircraft, we're going to go to our 152. And we're going to prepare it for a flight. Okay, so we do have some cargoes at EGAC. Yep. How can we put any more fuel in? I don't know if we'll be able to fuel at the other airport. Okay, that all looks okay, to be honest with you. We'll get a bit of fuel here. Yeah, that's all okay. Fuel price is quite high, but that's okay. Okay, so we can confirm. And we can fly now. So it should be connecting to the simulator. We're already loaded up in the simulator. Our destination today is EGOY. There we go. Westford. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We are the pilot. Fuel, everything is done. Let's go to our tracking page. Okay, so it has picked up our aircraft. Everything is looking good here. Prestwick is our alternative. Let's start our tracking. Okay, so we're down here on the ground. We should be quite clear to a runway. We're going to pull off down here and we're going to take off and straight across. So that's good. So let's get our setup all going here in the 152. Okay, let's throw on our electronics, our master switches, so we can actually contact ATC now if we wish. We may as well just contact the tower because we don't want any ground services, and we're going to tell them We're departing straight out.
Belfast ground, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra request taxi for departing straight out with Echo. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 22 via taxiway. Contact tower on 122.83 when ready.
Okay, mixture in, throttle in, about 20%-ish, perfect. Fuel primer, handy if we had the fuel on, turn the fuel on, primer for the fuel. Okay, magnetos left, right, both, and we should get a start.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Don't need dome light. Throw on all our beacons, our taxi, our landing lights. That's perfect. Let's set our one flaps. Here we go. Flaps are set. And
X-Ray Golf Sierra, did you copy? Taxi to and hold short runway 22 using taxiway Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
okay, perfect. So we're going to take our parking brake off. We are clear to go. Now we're not going quite to their taxi. They want us to go up to 22. We're just going to go from 04. One thing I have learned about using the ATIS, even if you request the landing, it still it says landing failed or whatever. I think there's a bit of a bug on the game with that. Okay, we can pretty much turn our taxi lights off now. As we've approached the runway, we can tune into the tower. Okay, let's request our VFR clearance.
Belfast Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 22 ready for takeoff straight out departure. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared for takeoff runway 22 straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 22 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, so we're going to have a rolling start here. Engine's on 50%. Get ourselves lined up. There we go, 100%. We have ground speed. Ooh, windy out here. 55 knots, and let's rotate. Positive rate. Flaps up. Airborne without flaps. Excuse me, I did have my flaps. Okay, let's put our GPS tracking on. We are going to start turning to the right. While we continue climbing, we will use pitch control for this eventually. It was a very short flight today. As we leave Belfast City with our cargo. Very easy to fly from there. Okay, so I'm going to start looking at this pitch control. Bit of a nightmare, but we will get there. Either goes too high or too low. It's a little bit of an issue still as well. We're going to go to about 3,500 today, I think. See, there we go. Look, now we're going high. Don't want to be going high. Trying to bring it down. Okay, so it's still going to go on the rise. Don't rise it too high. It's just crazy, really. I hope they sort out this pitch control stuff, especially when you're using your joysticks. There we go, got a nice kind of steady-ish climb that. No, it's still going crazy.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Belfast Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
So we're still climbing through now, heading to 2000. Climbing at a bit of a better rate now, not too fast. We don't need to be climbing too fast. We won't be going too high today. Everything is looking pretty good on the outside as we leave Belfast. I do like the 152. It's probably one of my favourite aircrafts in the game, especially for these kind of small kind of flights. So what I do plan to do actually is have a 152 or at least one of these in every airport. So I do have FBOs at. If you guys do wish to rent any of my aircraft, you are more than welcome. I do have it on quite a cheap rate. So say if you guys just want to try, you know, a bit of island hopping, or, you know, if you don't want to create your own FBOs yet, etc., you know, you're more than welcome. If you want to come over to Ireland, fly around Ireland for a little bit, but you don't want to set up any bases, you know, you're more than welcome to come rent some of my aircraft. Over on the Discord, we do have quite a few of us over there now. If you want to add me to this, you are more than welcome as well. There's a bit of a section there for us all to kind of say where we have aircraft ready to rent. It's still a bit of work in progress on the Discord on that side of it, but I am getting there. So yeah, you know, that is something that if you guys are interested in, you know, definitely hop over, say hello, come meet everybody, add each other, and you know, work for each other, etc. I don't mind doing a couple of flying jobs maybe for some other people. If you let me know your areas and what aircraft you have, make sure my man can fly them. So we did upgrade to the multi-engine. Like I said, that's what I plan to buy for St. Lucia. The upgrades currently on the FBOs cost me over 125 grand. But the aircraft, the DA62, which is the one we will buy for it, I think that's the one I'm going to go for anyways. About 370,000, so we should have enough money to buy another aircraft. I do own this one. This one is owned by me, and so is the 172, and I also have a DA40 in Galway. I might do a couple of flights to that one in Galway. Depends. We will be doing a bit of backwards and forwards, and even though, you know, I create an FBO somewhere, I will transport my man backwards and forwards, so we can do different flights and different aircrafts as this series progresses. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of flights in, and, you know, might get a bit of money in the bank, and maybe the bank will lend us enough money to rent a A320 maybe, because that's where the serious money would be. But that is something that we're not going to be looking at for a while. The series is going to go on like this for quite a while. Okay, so we're now approaching 3,000 feet. This is where I'm going to be battling the trim now for the next 20 minutes or so while we head over to Scotland, and I will see you on the approach.
Westbrook approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna 152.12 miles southwest of Westbrook. Request flight following.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Westbrook approach. Squawk 1667.
Okay guys, welcome back. We're coming into Westbrook,
Squawk 1667,
and the weather is
Cessna
pretty
X-Ray
nasty.
Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 11 miles west of Westbrook, 2,600 feet. Altimeter tree 0.12.
I don't really want to.
Copy Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, so I'm trying to get from under the clouds if I can, but I don't know how low it's going to make me go. Already around to 2,000 feet. The cloud level is still pretty bad. About 12 miles out. Nothing to worry about too much yet. But it's very disorientating. There we go. Okay, cloud level is pretty bad. Visibility is poor. Don't have a VOR ILS landing, unfortunately. Wasn't expecting the weather to be this bad as we got this way. I can see the land in the distance. I'm hoping once we hit land, we'll be okay. Look, we seem to be okay now. We're getting through this cloud. Okay, now we kind of come out of the cloud. We're doing okay. I must admit, I was panicked a little bit. Won't lie to you. Okay, so I'm going to throw the mixture into full 100% again. Everything else is looking okay. Can't see the runway just yet. It should be straight ahead of us here somewhere. Just going to take a little bit more altitude out. Been quite a nice flight. It was nice in Ireland, a bit cloudy as we came over the ocean, but it's actually been quite nice. It's actually alright. Okay, so the airport should be here. See how we lined up with that runway coming in. Not too bad. Come away from it a little bit. Take a little bit more altitude out. Take a bit of a more airspeed out now. We are hitting the land, so we must be about 6 or 7 miles out. I can see the runway now in the distance. I believe this is the runway. Gonna move over here a little bit and come back in on ourselves. Okay, at this stage, I'm going to flaps 1. We are coming in now to our approach. Our airspeeds. That is the runway. Not going to give us clearance for the airport, so we'll tell us no. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do now as well, we're just flaps 2. There's the runway in sight. I thought due to bad weather we may have to go to the alternative, but it's not been too bad. There was no rain. Okay, trying to keep a speed on this kind of 70 mark. Okay, so using our altitude to increase and decrease speed. Our PM now is taken right back. Get ourselves lined up just a little bit better on the throttles again.
Wind 200 at 7 knots.
Okay, the wind is 200 at 7 knots. Okay, lovely. We're coming in now. $300 feet. $60 knots. Throttle's already in. Try and line ourselves up a little bit better. Use a little bit of rudder. Approach touchdown. There, just a nice little touch. We get the wheels on.
Landing time logged. Landed at Echo Golf Oscar Yankee, West FBOs.
We are going to take the turn down this way. Okay, taxi should be just here. Turn on our taxi lights. And we're going to go to the general aviation, which is just in front of us. There's the fueling depot. Wants us to stop. Lovely. Parking brake set. Okay, at this point we can retract all our flaps. Lovely. Magneto's off.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
And there we go. There we go. Another landing done. We're here in EGOY. We brought our cargo over. We can go to our on-flight simulator. Okay, perfect. Everything went quite well. That's all fine. So a nice little job there done. A little bit of money in the bank. I wouldn't say a lot of money. I don't even know how much that job was worth now, thinking about it. Maybe 300 or 400. Can't imagine it was much. 1,560. Okay, so it wasn't a bad little job for the flight. Quite happy with that. Perfect. Okay, so live operations map. So these guys are now idling, so they are ready to go out working for the day, which is what they're going to do. I'm going to get my man shipped over to TLPC. What I'm going to do next. I'm going to get one of my staff over here to collect the aircraft to bring it back to Donegal. I don't know who's going to do that yet. We have to wait and see. But yeah, look, I hope you're enjoying this on-air series. This is episode number 5. We're going to keep on going. I do want to kind of expand into all kind of different areas, different countries. Like I said, we're going to start here. We might go up into America a little bit. Love to do a bit of Asia, a bit of Australia. If any of you have any recommendations or what areas you'd like me to cover, like I said, South America, there's a lot of stuff down here I'd like to kind of do once we upgrade our licenses a bit more. But look, this is a slow burner. It's going to be a long series. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, please do subscribe down below to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications. I upload nearly every single day. Come join the Discord. Link is in the description down below if you want to come say hello. If you want to add me on this on air. And a few others that are there. Like I said, we all kind of work together. It's all kind of good fun. And other than that, for myself, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.